Hi guys, welcome to a fairly chilly but not too windy morning. Probably got about 3 or 4 mile an hour wind, so perfect for a Maiden. This is obviously Maiden 2, and yes, I have got my Crossfire antenna on the radio. So what happened in Maiden 1 was I forgot to put the Crossfire antenna on, complete idiot, launched the plane and it failsafe during the iNav launch sequence. If it does that, I've been told, then you have no control of the plane. Essentially, it goes into an emergency landing mode and there's no settings to control that. It's hard-coded into the actual iNav software on the FC, and I think that's been since version 2.2. So try not to do that again. The downside of landing over there in those woods after the failsafe was that my VTX was running at full power, and so it fried it basically. It melted the actual push button off the PCB. So luckily I had one of these solo tanks delivered, and I fitted that onto a nice carbon mount to give maximum airflow through this vent. So that heat sink there is just getting blasted all the time with airflow. So I've done that. The plane itself, the foam armour where it was really scuffed down here, I just took it off and just reapplied it. I have learnt with foam armour that to get the best adhesion, you really need to give the foam a good clean to get rid of the mould release wax, and then give it a light sanding with wet and dry paper. It really then does stick really well. So yeah, foam armour did a good job. So yeah, that's it. So we're going to try and get it up again. So the way I do my Maidens and the way I kind of get my plane tuned is probably different to a lot of other people. Everyone does their own thing. Essentially, I'm going to put the plane up. I've set it up at 1500 where I think that the elevon should be. I'm going to launch it. I'm then going to put it into manual mode, and I'm going to try and trim the plane with the radio to get it flying nice and level. Then I'll land the plane, and then I'll turn on auto trim, and that will then set those trim positions, and then I'll set the radio back to neutral again so that iNav is dealing with all of the trim. And then we'll put it up and we'll auto tune it. So I'll launch it on 0p with 8 on pitch and roll on the iGain, and then we'll auto tune it, see what it does, see how it affects the PIF values, and then we'll just kind of take it from there. And when I've got that kind of done, then I'll start doing things like TPA values and trying to get the pitch absolutely right on cruise. So let's probably just get it up in the air first, and then we'll sort it out. Oh, one more thing, which is quite important actually. Darren and Mark, 2 friends of mine that are in the iNav fixed wing group, they're absolutely amazing guys. They're kind of gurus in iNav and Darren especially in OpenTX. So I've actually implemented something that they've developed, which is as I'm flying the plane away from me, the VTX is going to automatically step up in terms of power levels as the plane gets away from me in terms of 3D distance. So that's from the ground and how far away it is from me. So as the plane's flying away, the VTX will rise. So I'm going to be low power when I launch, and it gets higher and higher and higher the further I go away. But I can override that and control that on this potentiometer on the radio. So I can turn that and just change it at will. But Mark Hoffman has made it so that if the plane should fail safe and come down, it will then automatically sense that it's in failsafe and it's stopped moving, and put the VTX down to power level 1 to stop it from frying itself while you're getting to your plane, to be able to obviously disconnect the LiPo. So I'm going to be testing that as well and see how that works. I'm going to fly away, I'm going to land on power level 4, and then I'm just going to see if the plane, I'm going to pull the Crossfire module from the radio so it fail safes, and then we should see it drop down to power level 1. So a few things to do today, all exciting stuff. So let's get it in the air and see how this thing actually flies, and hopefully we'll have no problems today. Okay, so let's launch this thing.
Return to launch. Ignition on.
Okay, she's away. No more fail safes, please. Just do what you're supposed to do and loiter. Okay. Okay, so I can see the plane has gone to power level 2 already. And we're loitering nicely. Okay, so we're loitering at 60 metres radius, 60 metres altitude. Okay, let's take it out of return to home. We have control. So that's off the sticks in acro mode. See, it's banking left. So let's just put it into manual mode.
Manual mode.
Okay, so it wants to bank that way. Okay, now we're getting somewhere. Okay, so that's manual mode. Nearly there, I think, where I want it to be for a starting point. Let's get down a little bit, too much altitude. Off the sticks. Okay, that's not a bad starting point. We'll bring it in there, and then we'll. Right, so we need to land it in manual mode. And then we've landed it in manual mode. We can switch on the auto trim. Okay.
Attitude mode.
Okay. Auto trim it, and then we'll just disarm.
Ignition off.
Okay, now I can look at iNav, and then I can reset these trims back to 0. Okay, let's put it up again and do the Autotune. Okay, so we have manually trimmed the plane in manual mode, landed, reset with auto trim, and put the trims on the radio back to their neutral positions. So now we're going to put it up again, and we're going to just do an auto tune and see what that looks like, and then we can come down, and then we can have a little bit of a fly around and see how this thing flies. Okay, let's do that.
Return to launch. Ignition on.
Okay, we're away. On power level 4. Right, good, I overrode it. Okay, so let's just have a look at the tuning OSD. You see I've got roll and pitch on 0. So let's just
Autotune mode.
do some banking around and stuff. Okay, so my feed forward has gone up from 80 to 84 and from 30 to 31. Let's put 18 on the eye gain on pitch. So I really do think I need to do some work on the pitch alignment. So it's still wanting to climb. Yeah, it's still wanting to climb. Throttle. 50% throttle off the sticks in acro. It's still wanting to climb. Right, we'll bring it into land and then I'll pull the radio. See if this power level system works where it fail safes. Okay, so I'm just going to fail safe it now and pull the radio out. There'll be pulling the Crossfire module out the back of the radio. Look, straight to power level 1. Perfect. And when I reconnect it, back to 4 straight away. That's awesome. I can also turn that down with my knob. I like playing with my knob in the field when I'm flying. It's very pleasurable. Okay, that's all good.
Ignition off.
Okay guys, so flight 3, we're going to put it up and we're going to now do the pitch alignment. So we're going to fly it in angle mode and just look at the pitch in the OSD until we get it to a setting that we think is flying level. Then we can adjust that in iNav on the board alignment to try and get the plane, you know, so that the stabilization modes are not really fighting the plane all the time to keep it level. And this whole point, I think, of tuning a plane mechanically is that it just makes iNav, you know, its job easier and just gives you a better end result. So that's what I'm going to try and do next, is get the board alignment right so the plane is flying nice and level. Okay.
Return to launch. Ignition on.
Okay, so she's away. We haven't got much LiPo left on this 5200, so we'll get this job done fairly quickly. Power level 1, I want to change that. Okay. Power level 4. Right, let's take it out of return to home. Now I want to get into angle mode.
Manual mode. Angle mode.
Okay, and I want to look at the pitch. So let's try and hold it at 80 meters. Pulling back on the stick gently, making it climb. Pull back a bit more, pitch up, pitch up. $80 meters, 4 degrees. 2.5. 81, 2.5, 3. So I'm going to go for about 2.7. 2.7 degrees. Right, let's take it.
Cruise mode.
Sorry, let's
Angle
take it
mode.
out of angle mode. and we'll bring it in, land it. I'll change that pitch alignment. Oh, we've got no lipo pisting around like that. 1.24 kilometres away. We can get a good glide angle on this. Come on, you can make it, baby. We're going to go down in the field. We're going to land it in the field. Yeah, we're down in the field. Okay, so we've used Google Maps on the phone and brought us straight to the plane, the coordinates from the Serranis. And yeah, good job it landed in that part and not on this hard bit, so looks absolutely perfect. So let's get it back and put the LI on in it. Okay, so we've used the laptop and we've put 2.5 degrees of pitch onto the plane following the pitch alignment test, so we should be getting somewhere close now. So I'm going to try and put it up this time with the 10,000 milliamp hour ZOHD Lionpack and see how that launches. I think the GoPro is just about out of battery, so probably won't get very much footage, so just maybe get it up and just have a fly around and see how it feels, and then we'll call it a day. And I think that was a pretty good maiden overall. Okay, let's do that. Okay, so we're going to put it up with the 10,000 milliamp hour Lionpack and see how it flies with that. We've done the pitch alignment now, so hopefully it'll be a little bit better.
Return to launch. Ignition on.
Whoa, that was tricky. That was very tricky. Wasn't a very good launch by me at all, that, to be honest. That Lionpack is quite a bit heavier than the LiPo. Oh, I didn't adjust the battery milliamp hour rating in iNav. It still thinks it's got 5200 mAh in it, so not to worry. I've got a much bigger margin. This is in manual mode now, off the sticks. That's the 3/4 throttle. I'm pretty happy with that. A little bit of drift, but there is a bit of wind from that direction. Off the sticks, 75% throttle. That's where I want it to be. I'm going to put it into acro mode now.
Cruise mode. Acro mode.
Off the sticks. Got my pitch alignment, pitch at 2.5, I believe. So now it should be flying around 0. Not bad. Off the sticks. So I'm pretty happy with that. So yeah, next time we come out we can, instead of doing all this setup, we can just enjoy it. But I think putting the effort into the setup really makes a difference to all the fun you're going to have later on. I've got the other GoPro pointing up, so I must try and get a nice slow shot of the plane in the air. Coming towards myself. Just above stall speed. This is very much my cruising battery. Okay, that's it. Time to pack away. It's Saturday. Definitely having a beer today. Go home, look at the footage, and then get charged up, wait for another nice day, and then come out and go for some long range. Try and get this VTX kind of sorted out, check all the antennas, and figure that out. And then yeah, we're going to go for the 25k with the Dart XL version 2. Cheers, guys.